You're listening to the best of ITW, brought to you by Pop Guide and WikiLeaf.
The new and deadly menace lurking behind closed doors. Marijuana, the burning weed with its roots in hell.
On this episode, ITW welcomes NBA veteran and founder of Viola Brands, Al Harrington.
Mr. Al Harrington is who we're going to talk about.
Yeah. Al Harrington was the shit. It's one of my favorite guests ever. Such a rad dude. Didn't give a fuck. Just rolled up, balling out in some like a car we never even heard of with the fucking chicks in it and some fucking dude just fucking pulled in all baller. And I was just like, what the fuck? And this purple ass giant weird fucking Tonka truck. It was dope.
Yeah.
And he was cool as shit and just wanted to hang. Like he was totally down to just chill with us. It was crazy.
You're a fucking dick. Are you doing it that hype just because I took away the snapping thing on the last one? Are you making it like super hype?
No, I just got so stoked because I just instantly was like, oh, Al Harrington. Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
Oh, I had so much fun on that one, dude.
Yeah, that was really cool. That was really cool. He was so nice. And he had a small team with him, you know?
Dude.
They were all so nice. They were all so great.
Oh, yeah, super cool. They all seem stoked, too.
We came across him in Vegas.
We saw him at the trade show afterwards. Yeah.
And he remembered this. He remembered he's like, hey, we did the podcast. He's like, oh, that dope ass spot in the Hollywood Hills or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool. You know what was great is I think him along with other people get the impression, oh, I'm going to go be on some dumb fucking weed podcast, a bunch of dumb fucking stoner bullshit. Here's another thing, whatever. I'm going to promote this thing. And they get there and realize we're not trying to fucking really, I mean, we're down to help you promote your shit, but we're not promoting anything. And we have no agenda. And they come on and start having so much fun because they feel how loose it is.
Yeah.
And we're just kind of, we're having real interviews, but we're also just kind of goofy dudes, you know what I mean? Just having fun. And I think he caught that fun vibe. And I noticed his people he had with him in the background were all kind of like smiling and laughing and like, what is going on in here right now? This is not.
Yeah, they kept in touch.
Type of interview they thought
after.
it would be. Really?
Yeah, well, they invited us down to their Viola office.
Wow. Cool.
While we were there, but we couldn't make that work because we had too much to shoot. But they touched base a few times. It was nice. They like really appreciated it. Like I guess it went well. He had a good time. You could tell he was reserved, and then I think we got him laughing a couple times, and then it just totally kind of got chill after that. But he's a remarkable guy. He played a huge role in like
a little bit
pushing Prop 64. In Canada it's called C45, but there it's 64.
Yeah.
He was just such a nice dude, man.
And his story about, I mean, the company's named after his grandmother.
Yeah.
It's just so touching, and his experience with cannabis and how it changed his grandmother's life.
I was going to ask that, and I haven't listened to this one yet, but I was trying to figure out in my mind, because when I saw him at that trade show, you have like the most masculine man in the entire world walking
talking about
around.
Me or Al Harrington?
You, of course. Al Harrington is the second. But I was like, the name obviously leans feminine, and I was trying to figure out where that name came from.
Yeah.
But that's really cool.
Yeah, and it's Viola Brands. And it's he's doing really well. They're still going, and it's I don't know, it was just awesome. And that's why everything was purple. Like his Jeep was pimped out purple. They're all wearing purple swag. You know what I mean? It was so cool.
It was cool. It was really
It was so cool. And like a real NBA veteran is that's my first time ever, I think, meeting somebody from the NBA.
Yeah, me too. It's not every day you fucking hang out with an NBA player, dude. It's like, what the fuck?
And one that's so generous again with his time. We got so lucky on this run.
Oh, dude, the whole time I was like, same vibe with Chong. Like he wouldn't have left if he didn't have to.
Yeah, he was. That was a good hang, and they did hang out a little bit after. I remember, and just kind of smoke weed and just joked around, and I think a few people had showed up at that time, and it kind of ended up turning into a little bit of a party.
Oh,
sort of.
Who came after him?
Your friend from Orange County, who was an investor type. Looks like Steve Gutenberg, kind of.
Oh, looks like Steve Gutenberg. That's Rob Dubar. He's the best, man.
Yeah, I think Dubar showed up there.
My fucking homie, dude. He's awesome, dude.
Yeah, but that was
out Rob Dubar.
That was a cool one. That was one. There was a couple in that on this run that we did outside that I wish we didn't do outside. And we got everything across, but I would, I'm always fucking overthinking everything, but I would love to try to take another stab at this one too, just because there was a lot of distractions. Do you remember, it was like you had lived in LA before, and you've obviously from there, but so I haven't spent nearly as much time down there, but remember all the helicopters that were flying over the fucking city all the time?
Never stop, dude.
Yeah.
They do a tour of downtown of the area, and they just kept doing circles.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's ridiculous, dude.
Yeah, we had this beautiful outdoor setup, and you're like, there's fucking helicopters, dude.
Like every fucking 10 minutes.
And like
And
like
you
we're sorry.
No.
2 minutes.
Like in I don't know if it's in Canada, but like if I see a helicopter, it was like, oh look, a helicopter.
Oh, we're just like whatever.
Yeah, and there's like 8 of them. It's like fucking RoboCop.
My old house.
Like, what is going on?
My old house in Hollywood, the fucking spotlight would just go through your yard every fucking night.
Really?
They're always chasing somebody. Yeah.
You have that mix too of like you have the Hollywood Hills there on like a tourism helicopter side, but then you also have like
There's spotlights
Hollywood
for sure.
proper with the spotlights,
Yeah.
which is squirrely.
Yeah, that was cool.
No birds.
He was also, that was a great experience. And again, so we're so fortunate to have somebody like that on the fucking podcast, man.
Fucking legit as fuck. Cool guy. Just everything about it was
Undeniable, an undeniable experience.
yeah.
Enough of this, Ephraim. Let's get to the episode. Come on.
Awesome. Thanks so much for coming out here, dude.
That's how we say hi in the US.
How do you do it? You haven't taught me that yet. He's American.
These Canadians. Yeah.
This whole fucking trip, I've been just getting picked on for being Canadian. the
I
whole
ruin
fucking
this
time.
fool every day.
Well, you guys, we're not getting to the A thing again. You guys use A wrong though when you make fun of Canadians. I don't mind being made fun of, but you just use it right. Use it proper.
Hey.
What's that? Oh yeah. So essentially, just check that mic one for him.
Yo. 1, 2, 1, 2. Can you hear me?
There we are.
Good stuff.
There you go.
Damn, we missed all my good material.
Yes,
No, we
yeah.
didn't miss your good material. Maybe a bit of it. But you want? So I'll give you the education in A. In A, it's it'd be like it's hot out, eh? Like that. Like do you agree? Is how we use A. Kind of like
I always tell Mexicans say it too, but we like sup, eh?
yeah.
You know what I mean? You have the
That's
friendly
the light,
A.
eh?
No, it wouldn't be like past the light A. No. Damn. It's like, how would you say? You'd be like, Ephraim's a huge lighter thief, eh?
All right. Before we get done, I'm gonna get it right.
Yeah.
Hey?
Yeah.
Still not right.
Yeah. Well, that could kind of work. Because yes, I agree. You're gonna get it right.
Hey, yeah, I got it. See, quick learner.
Yeah. So you've like so we're here with the NBA's Al Harrington, former NBA star, and now cannabis entrepreneur with Viola extracts, correct? And more than just Viola, like extracts now, right?
Viola.
I'm sorry.
There you go, baby. No, it's all good. It happens to
It's a
everybody.
Canadian
It's a Canadian thing. It's a Canadian thing.
When you're in the U.S., it's Viola. When
Yeah.
you're in Canada, Viola.
Okay, so Viola, yeah. It's a great branding and stuff like that.
Thanks,
You actually though, I mean, you played all over the NBA, but you play basketball all over the world.
Yeah.
Professionally, right?
I did, man. I played obviously in the NBA, like you said. I played in China, in Australia.
Yeah,
Wow.
that's cool. I just got back from Australia. I was there like 4 days ago.
Australia's cool. I wish I'd have went to Australia first.
It's amazing, right?
China was very challenging.
How so?
It's just different living, man.
Yeah.
It was tough for me, man.
Culture shock.
I left in 56 days. If I had it my way, I'd have left in like 6.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
It was that different.
Yeah, it was just tough for me, man. I've been spoiled with Ritz-Carltons and private planes, and
Yeah.
then you get over there and they're like, nah, baby. It's regular life.
Yeah.
Wow.
And I
What-
struggled.
What were the living conditions?
Damn.
It was cool. I mean, they put me up in a hotel. You know, my bed was hard.
Yeah.
I didn't have any TV.
Really?
I couldn't order anything off the menu ever.
What?
It's like living in a hotel with no room service.
Really?
It's terrible, right?
it's
horrible. It's awful.
I just had to go to McDonald's every day.
Wow, that's not great for an athlete.
Not at all.
Oh, yeah.
A spot called Drunken Monkey Pizza. Those are 2 places that I ate in my home city every single day.
What city was it? Hong Kong or?
Yeah, no, I was in a place called Fujian.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it was wild.
And you
it
were
was
there.
warm though. At least it was nice weather.
Yeah.
There was some cold parts of China, but it was warm.
You were there 56 days, you said?
56
It's like, you
days.
know, the days like you were in jail.
Bro,
I was
do
there
it.
56 days, dude.
I grinded that out.
Yeah.
Wow.
How was
hard time.
How was playing there?
It was cool. I had so much fun playing basketball, though. That was the thing.
Yeah.
That was the one thing that I was like a little upset that I left because that was the last time I really played professional at a high level, let's
Yeah.
just say. But the basketball was fun because it was like playing in high school again where it was like the team expected me to do everything. And, you know, obviously, you know, when you get to the NBA, it's all roles, and it's just not as much fun.
Yeah.
And I want to do everything.
Yeah. And that's how it was for you in high school.
And that's how it was in high school, right? I had to do every single thing in high school, which was cool. You know what I'm saying? Make you feel more valuable.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
And so did you go to Australia directly after China, or was there
So
a
the
grace
next
period?
year, man, be honest, bro, I had you know, someone that told me to work out because the Rockets might want to take a look at me or whatever. So, you know, after, you know, the success I had in China, so I was getting ready, and then it didn't work out. So then it was like one of those things, like, I guess I'm done. I had, you know, my business going. So, you know, I stopped working out, just started hanging out, smoking, you know, and like maybe 2 weeks after I completely stopped, the Australia call happened. Wow. It was like, are you in shape? And I was just like, I'm not really in great shape because I've been chilling, but I'm like, I got to be able to play in Australia, right? Like, you can't have to be in shape to play in Australia, right? And that's no disrespect. I'm just saying before I got there, that's what I felt. You know, and I got there, I respect the players a little bit, but I still averaged damn near 30, you know, fresh off the couch, blowing 8 in a row. You know?
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, but you know, cannabis made me a better player.
Yeah. Did it? Does it
Really?
Did it help you playing?
Definitely when I got older, because that's all I know. So I know that I was older, smoking a lot of weed, and still busting ass.
That's amazing.
Eh?
It's great.
Yeah. Close. You're gonna get it, dude.
That's amazing.
That's really cool. And then how long were you in Australia for?
I was just in Australia 3 weeks. So I went over there for one of my homeboys named Josh Childress. He had broke his hand.
Yeah.
So they needed a replacement player.
I got that over.
My bad. They needed a replacement player for until he got back from his hand injury. So it took him about 3.5 weeks. So I played, I think, 6 or 7 games over there.
Oh wow.
Yeah, then I came right back home.
Yeah.
I would say that Australia is kind of like Canada with a tan. Everyone's like super friendly, laid back, cool, but it's the beach.
Right.
It's like Canada with a tan. You know?
Canada.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, Canada.
Fuck, man.
I've been ripping this dude for days.
I've been getting ripped for days about being Canadian, man. And we've been friends for 20 fucking years, and it just started
on
now.
his back right out of the gate. I'm like, oh man, that's awesome.
My bad. I love Canada though. Let me just say that Toronto's the best.
Yeah, it's a great city.
Great city,
Yeah,
for
we're
real.
lucky to be from
It is
there.
a great
I wish I
city.
played there. That was a nice place. I always like it out there.
The people there love basketball too, man.
They're crazy about it.
Yeah.
No, I think that's a great environment. Hope Kawhi stays, to be honest.
Yeah, that'd be great. I don't follow it too much, but I do know that much. Yeah.
Yeah.
You grew up in, or you were born in New Jersey, right?
Yep, I was born in New Jersey.
And then did you grow up there?
Grew up there through high school.
Yeah.
And then I got drafted and moved to Indiana.
Oh, really?
Then I moved out the country.
You moved out of the country?
Indiana was out the country.
Oh, I see. I see.
Yeah.
I moved all the way out the country. But yeah, I spent 7 years in Indiana out of high school. So,
What was
but
that
yeah.
like? That must have been like culture shock, man. Just
You heard me say I moved out the country.
Oh,
You know, I was
yeah,
just
absolutely.
Like, man, I got out there and I'm used to city living or whatever. But you know, it was good to me talking about people that love basketball. Like basketball, you know, as much as the Colts do their thing, I still, you know, that's a basketball state. So the love that you get, you know, from the Pacer fans is really amazing.
Yeah, that's awesome. What was it like growing up? What was your house like? Was it like conservative? Like, you know?
I don't know about. I mean, I lived in a 2-bedroom apartment until I was a freshman in high school.
Yeah.
And it was us and 3 kids, 4
kids.
3 kids. So that it was tight. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? It was
Yeah,
kinda
yeah,
tight.
sure, yeah.
Shoes was tight, clothes was tight sometimes. You know what I mean?
yeah.
But you know, at that time you don't know no better, so you make it happen. You know what I'm saying? But I had a great childhood, man. Like, you know, my mom, she's like laid the foundation to me for like all the hard work that, you know, I've been able to display in basketball and into, you know, entrepreneurship or whatever. My dad passed when I was 8, you know, pretty much made me the man of the house. I'm the oldest. But you know, times was fun. You know what I mean? My mom remarried to an amazing man, my guy.
Nice.
And she had 1 more kid, my little brother, and then we moved to Roselle, which is a nicer part of New Jersey.
Oh, nice.
And then went to high school in Elizabeth, and on and on and on.
And then you carried your basketball team.
Then I carried my basketball. But, you know, it's not like I was good all the time either.
Yeah.
Like, you know, I didn't really start playing basketball until I was a freshman in high school.
Really?
You know, and I went pro out of high school. You know what I'm saying? So I got good really fast. So
It just came naturally to you?
Yeah, it was just I wanted to play in the NFL. Like I was a football
Really?
player.
Oh, you were a football guy.
Yeah, I wanted to go to Notre Dame and play for the Giants. That was my goal in life. You know what I mean? Obviously that didn't happen. You know, basketball came along as a freshman. I was 6'4", so everybody thought I automatically played. And I'm like, I don't really play it. Like, well, you playing here, you too big not to play basketball. And, you know, I fell in love with it immediately. Wow. You know what I mean? And put in the time, put in the energy, effort, dedication. And I was able to become the #1 player in the country by the time I was a senior in high school.
Wow.
Yeah.
Did you think that, because you played in so many different places, even just in our country, and I relate things a lot to skating, skateboarding, and like skating all over the place and meeting all these players, like it influences your style, you know what I mean? Do you think that has a big bearing on your style since you've played in so many places and even in different countries?
Yeah, I wouldn't say like the city did. You know, I just think just the times and just who you hang out with.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because obviously, like when I first came in the league, we used to try to find the biggest T-shirt that you can find. So if we could find a 12X, you will wear it. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
It's like you want to just shirt to almost look like a gown. To, you know, by the time I got, 3-4 years in, it changed into like these Walker kind of dress up outfits, and then it went to whatever baggy stuff, slim stuff, whatever. So I would just kind of say, like, I would let the times and like my friends and people I was around, they more influenced my style than like actually where I was at.
Totally. That's cool.
How was cannabis viewed in like your house growing up? Like when did you discover it, or like was it the boogeyman when you were growing up? You know?
Yeah, so obviously I was just taught just from school and stuff that cannabis is a gateway drug. Yeah. First thing they tell you, like, you smoke weed, you're gonna be a crackhead. Yeah. You're like, a crackhead? Like, right. I ain't trying to be no crackhead. Yeah. And then I had, my aunts and uncles, they used to smoke weed, you know what I mean? Oh, yeah. But I thought that was bad too, because they demonized it. Like, my grandmother kick them out. You hear shoes being thrown at them, doors slamming just for coming in smelling like, reefer.
Right.
So, I was super afraid of it, didn't touch it. No, that wasn't my thing. You know what I'm saying? I didn't want my grandmother and my mother ready to kill me.
Yeah, that's picking up actually when it goes up. When did you first try it? When did that change for you?
The first time I tried it, I was actually in Phoenix, Arizona. Yeah. I was with some of my teammates when I played for the Warriors. Oh, wow. And we were sitting waiting to find out if we was going to make the playoffs. So what we needed the Clippers to beat Denver, and then we played Phoenix the next night, which we had beat like 4 times that year, so we just knew we would beat them, right? So we needed them to lose and for us to win the next day to get in. Mm-hmm. And we had just made the playoffs the year before, and this year we had a better record, and we missed the playoffs because obviously the Clippers lose, Denver win, and so we're sitting there all frustrated. I think we was at Roof Chris, and everybody like, man, fuck, let's just go to the room and smoke, man. And I'm like, yeah, let's go back, but I ain't smoking. I'm gonna drink or whatever. So we get back, and everybody's smoking. They like, Al, man, you gotta hit this. Like, you gotta smoke, bro. They like, come on, dog. Like, just one time you can't smoke with us. I'm like, all right. So I smoke with them or whatever, and it was some good shit. Yeah. It was. It had me paranoid, bro. I went to my room, bro. I heard, like, do you hear that right now? Or am I tripping? Do you hear, like, sirens?
Yeah, there's sirens. Yeah,
okay, all right, because I was hearing sirens all night. I'm just like, the police coming to get us? They smell the weed? Like, I'm nervous the whole time. Yeah. And that was my first time, bro. I ended up in my room hearing sirens all night.
Really? What? And you thought they were coming for you? Like, did you get that paranoid, or was it just?
Yeah. I was just thinking like they really they smelled the smoke in the hotel. I'm like, they got to be coming to get us. We're done. Like, the one time I smoke, I'm gonna get caught. I was shook, bro. Obviously, I didn't get caught though. Thank God. Dead ass.
So what was the second time? When after that we were like, fuck, I guess I'll try this out again, because it doesn't sound like you had a good.
Fuck no, I ain't touch it no more. I ain't touch it again. And the next time I came in contact with it, it was with a good friend of mine. Yeah. One of my guys, a co-founder in my company. Okay. And one time, he was smoking some weed that was like lime green. Yeah. And he's like, this organic, and I did this to it, that to it. I put magic water on it. You gotta try it. So I smoked that too. But that was more of a mellow high. I think, when we was out and about, so I wasn't like able to kind of sit and get in and play in my head or whatever. So that one was a way better experience. Or whatever. And that was just one of those nights and whatever. But I didn't start consistently smoking, seriously, no bullshit, until I got injured.
Oh, wow.
And, you know, I was on the opioids and, you know, the medicine was just not agreeing with my body and my stomach. I couldn't go to the bathroom. Like, it was just torturous. So that same guy I was mentioning, he came to see me after one of the surgeries.
What year would have this been?
This was, like, I think 2012 maybe.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it was 12. Okay. And he came to see me, and he had this girl with him, and she does like these like academies for cannabis, teaching you how to get in the cannabis industry and everything. Okay. So we sitting there talking, I'm high, and she's like, "What's wrong with you, man?" Like, I'm like, "What? I can't even stay up." She like, "You got to get off this shit, man. This shit sucks, man." Like she one of them kind of hippie kind of, but mad smart. Yeah. And then she started giving me all this stuff. Like, you got to try this and that and this and that. And it was creams and tinctures and all that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
and
sure.
I started using it, and I have not taken a pharmaceutical drug since.
Wow.
Word. Anything go wrong, I go right to the tree.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, the tree is my medicine.
Yeah.
Absolutely. You know what I mean? So, so that's when it changed me for like me personally and physically to where I now consume cannabis every single day.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, are you? Do you wake up like? Do you find it? So you use it recreationally, but you find it like, helps regulate your moods, helps regulate.
Yeah, I'm medicinal, bro.
Yeah, no.
I had 14 surgeries.
Wow.
Oh yeah.
Wow. 14.
I need a knee replacement right now.
Seriously?
What?
No bullshit.
Holy fuck.
My hips are starting to bother me out of nowhere.
Yeah. Yeah.
But that's one of the other injuries we have once we done playing. You know what I'm saying? Knees and hips. So both my shits is starting to hurt. And thank God my ankles aren't yet, but they say it's a chain. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I try to take care of myself, but I really believe that, like, you know, just by me being medicated most of the time, I don't really have no issues.
Yeah, yeah. Do you primarily smoke or like vape or what?
This is like whatever's right there. Like if it's some CBD stuff right there, I'll just drink it. If take it. And if it's some tree there, I'm gonna smoke it.
Yeah.
If there's an edible there, I'm definitely gonna dab it. I mean, eat it. Excuse me.
Yeah, sure.
Dab the concentrates, the live resin and stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I do it all, bro.
Nice. What's like? Do you have like a daily regimen that you make sure you stick to? Like do you take CBD in the morning or anything like that?
Right. Yeah, I take CBD every morning. So that's the one thing is obviously a constant.
Yeah.
It varies if I'll smoke or dab.
Yeah.
Or whatever. Sometimes edible, just depending on what's going on and kind of what's the kind of high I'm looking for.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But like when I'm like in pain for whatever reason, you know what I'm saying? I usually either dab or take edibles. Or whatever that really gets me, gets me right. You know what I mean?
Yeah. What was the like obviously like your teammates did? What was the culture like around cannabis in the NBA at that time? Was it like obviously it's a big no publicly, but was it kind of like people looked the other way and knew the players were doing it? Because what was it recently? You said there was 80% of the. Was it you that shared that stat? There was a huge stat that came out this week that said like it was something like 80% of the players in the NBA use cannabis.
Right.
And we had Ashley Evans Smith on.
Yeah.
Day before yesterday.
Yeah.
UFC fighter.
Yeah.
And she was saying the same thing. Like it's everyone in the UFC is using it in between fights. They're just timing it. You know.
So what was it like with coaches and things, or was it like you had to hide everything?
It was everybody used to hide.
Yeah.
Everybody used to hide. Everybody was a closet smoker. Maybe you might have one guy you smoke with on the team or whatever, but it was definitely not like how it is now.
Oh yeah, It's pretty open now within
it's more open now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Wow. Do they make people like? Did they test you and stuff?
No, they still testing whatever. So the guys are still ducking and dodging. But I think the NBA and all professional sports for real are starting to really look at this thing and like, come on, we're being ridiculous.
Yeah,
classifying this with all the other drugs that are out there when it's proven that it's helping guys live a better, healthier quality of life.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Compared
and
to
help
all other stuff.
people heal.
Right.
Yeah.
You want everybody to be rad, right?
You know, just let them heal.
Well, not only that, like from like the stereotypical greedy team owner perspective, like don't you want your players to be healthier to play to be able to perform better? Like
that's what I'm saying.
Like, on all levels, it just makes
they
sense.
do. I'm saying like I've had an owner of a team tell me literally that he would prefer guys smoke than drink liquor.
Really? Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I've had an NBA owner tell me that.
Keeps him in trouble.
Keeps him out of trouble, right? Keeps a guy possibly sitting at home, resting his body so that he can be all that he could be the next day.
Yeah.
Thanks, Dad. That was awesome. Respect, man. Thank you so much.
That was really good, cuz. I'm looking at him like,
Do you have more?
I'm like, he's telling me you gotta go. I'm like, where you going?
Where were we? We were talking about the NBA and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then, so when did you with your partner, when did you guys start kind of getting into this, like the Viola thing? Like when you started, how did that come to be?
Yeah, so just give you a little background. You know, we started in Colorado back in 2011 is when we first made our first little investment, you know what I'm saying, into cannabis. And, you know, what motivated me was, you know, not my teammates or anything like that. It was seeing cannabis help my grandmother.
Wow.
Yeah, my grandmother, she, it's funny, man, like, you know, I tell people all the time, like, if she not going to heaven, we all going to hell for sure, bro. Like, we ain't got a chance. You know, like, that's how straight.
That's a beautiful fucking
She was
saying.
80. She was 80. And just to think that, you know, she was in so much pain and she was still taking her medication.
Yeah.
It wasn't working.
Yeah.
And, like, to me, like I would say, it's God working. You know what I'm saying? I'm very religious. You know what I'm saying? From that perspective. You know what I mean? And for an 80-year-old woman that's so Bible belt and to be open to try cannabis.
Amazing.
Was just amazing.
Yeah,
brave.
sure.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it was even, like, when she said, yeah, I'm like, I can't believe it. You know what I'm saying? Like, because I don't really know. I just had my 2 experience. I don't know this medicine. I just know from what I'm reading is what made me come up with to even tell her to tell her to even try it.
Right.
So long story short, she tries it, and you know, she smoked or whatever, and she was pretty impressed the first time she smoked because she was smoking and blowing it out her nose.
Wow.
What?
Like, unless I've been
Gangster shit.
Yeah, bro. I've been smoking for over 10 years. I can't do that shit still. But her shit was like strong out of her nose. I'm like, damn, grandma. I'm like, you sure you ain't smoked before? She's like, boy, I smoked a cigarette one time when I was 16. She told me. I was like, you like a pro, because I ain't never seen nobody smoke like you. So I take her downstairs, man, and I go take a nap because I had a game. So I woke up from my nap, and I remember my paranoid story. So I was like, I'm just going to make sure my grandmother ain't down there, like, climbing the walls and hiding under the bed or something, right? Yeah. So I go downstairs, and I knock on the door, and her, you know, when I pushed through her back to the door, she was looking down. So I was like, Grandma, how you doing? And she turned around, and she was crying tears. And she's like, I'm healed. She's like, I haven't been able to read the words of my Bible in over 3 years.
Oh.
What? So I'm sitting there looking at her, and she crying. So I'm soft. She made me cry too. So I started crying too. I went and hugged her or whatever. And she was just like, I cannot believe it. She's like, I'm healed. Like, God gave me my sight back. That's how she
Holy
told
shit.
me.
Wow.
So that's what started me to really educating myself. I called my partner, you know, my man Dan, you know, my co-founder of my company. And we talked. I told him the story. You know, the first thing he said is, get the fuck out of here. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
And I'm like, no, bro. Like, she said she could see again.
Wow.
And, you know, he came out and, you know, we started looking around and we figured it out, bro. We figured it out with no help. We figured it out in a city, in a state where we didn't know anybody.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But we found a way to get licensed, get operational. And, you know, when we got our first license, you know, we had to decide what we was going to name the company. And it was just like, look, Viola, the one that got us here.
That's awesome,
that's
dude.
my grandma's name.
That's beautiful.
Yeah,
That's
so how we
fucking
got
awesome.
the name of the company.
What a great story.
I will never fuck up the name of that company ever again, my
I
friend.
appreciate it,
Straight
bro.
up.
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
Straight up.
Word.
And is she still with us?
She's still with us, man.
Yeah.
Only
Yes.
thing, man, she smokes every day. She hit her pen. She hit her packs, pods that we make in Colorado. But she has dementia now.
Oh,
So it's just like, you know, it's like when I call, I have the same conversation that I had with her yesterday. You know what I'm saying? But it's good. You know, at the end of the day, what I know about that disease is like they don't know no pain or nothing. So it's all good. At least we still get a chance to see her, hug her, and kiss her, and talk to her and love on her. You know what I'm saying? So that's what it's all about.
Yeah. And so you guys started with extracts, right?
Yeah, we started off with extracts, and once again, like everything about our company has everything to do with her. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So after we, you know, started medicating her, you know, obviously sending, you know, weed to her was a risk.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That was the only way. But, you know, she got to the point where she started being very paranoid in regards to, you know, people know her house smells like weed.
Right.
So we had to figure out how could we still medicate her without everybody knowing.
Right.
So then we started, you know, hanging out at this place called the Hood Lab and just listening to what's going on. And we started hearing about this extracts. And, you know, started listening, peeping game. And we realized, I was like, yo, that's the way we can medicate everybody without nobody knowing.
Wow.
Because if we break it down to oil, throw the flavors and shit on top of it, you good. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, this is the next big thing in cannabis.
Yeah.
Because, no matter, I love the smell of weed
Sure.
and all that, but like at some time I don't like it
Yeah.
in certain areas.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So we just figured like, yo, this is the future of cannabis. And we started off as an extract company, and now we kick ass in Colorado. You know what I'm saying? We one of the top 2 extraction companies there.
Really?
And, we just growing.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. And do you guys do your own extraction and things like that?
Yep, we do all our own stuff. We're vertically integrated. So we know
Wow.
every part of the supply chain in this business. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And we did that on purpose. You know what I'm saying? So we know about all the extraction techniques, grow techniques. We have indoor grows, outdoor grows, greenhouses. We got them all.
Oh, really? So
know what
you're
I'm
a full
saying?
licensed producer?
Yeah, we're a full licensed producer. Yeah.
Oh, amazing.
So we operate.
Yeah. Fuck
You know
yeah.
what I'm saying? We're not some brand of celebrity run, celebrity just slapping somebody on it. No, like we really get in there and get busy.
That's amazing.
Yep.
That's amazing. Dude, should you visit the grows yourself? You go visit?
Everything. I go
Really?
to the grows, man. I'm probably going to go to Oregon maybe next week because we're already starting to plant out there, and I always go try to plant one row and just see what my row do against everybody else's row. You know what I'm saying? I make everything competitive. You know what I'm saying? It's not like I do anything. I don't water it or nothing, but I just plant it. So I just figure my Midas touch would be the biggest plants. But so I'll be checking the records like, yo, which one yield the most? And I go plant them. But so I go visit all the sites, very hands-on. We're applying in new states.
Yeah.
We're attacking a big issue in the industry, which is social equity. And what that means is, pretty much black participation. And right now there's not a meaningful amount of black, participation. So we want to change that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So we're raising awareness to that. We're helping, applicants, get applications in and stuff like that.
Because you did advocacy like pre-legalization as well. Like what is it? What is it? Proposition 64
Prop
in
64.
California.
Yeah.
So, and you came out and spoke publicly for that, correct? Like you
I did. Now it's funny. Like if I would have really understood everything about the proposition, we needed it obviously just for the industry, but some of the things that was written in it wasn't really good for the cannabis business owners.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Which you kind of think is not a big deal. They'll kind of change it once they realize it doesn't work. But government don't work like that. It's not as easy as that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? We got it to this point where, now everybody knows that this industry is real, being that
like you guys want to do a lot of make changes, social changes.
Yeah, man. We wanna advocate for ownership in the industry. You know what I'm saying? Everybody keeps talking this job stuff and all this. We're like, no, we want ownership, and we want ownership.
Well, what do you mean by that? Ownership?
We want ownership. We want licenses put aside for capable, well-respected operators that are black or minority.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. We want to have a set aside because at the end of the day, the war on drugs was aimed towards our community.
100%.
Like only.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So we need participation. And we need it in the first rounds, not these second rounds, not created 3 years later.
And then that would be a part like a tough thing to do because the power structures that be do not want those to change.
Exactly.
You know
what I'm saying?
That's really.
But we speaking to it, and we got some really big stuff that's coming up that we're gonna really start pushing this out there and letting people know like this is a huge issue, and we're out here to change that and change that narrative and give us some ownership. We just want to compete. We're not asking for nothing, but a chance to compete with everybody else. You know what I'm saying? Because the way they're doing it now, giving these these huge conglomerate operations these licenses first and 2-3 years operational in the market before anyone else joins is like playing against the Warriors.
You
know what I'm saying? And you spot them 30 points. You know what I'm saying? Even your Raptors couldn't win that game.
Yeah, I agree. I couldn't agree more.
Right.
That's so how do you approach that task like that?
So obviously we got to do it through legislation. So we got to start becoming political. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So we've been working with a lot of the political groups and lobbyists and different things like that. But we're trying to get right to the source by talking to the legislators and the senators and the people that really actually make the decisions, and just let them know inclusion is very important to just the industry itself. You know what I'm saying? Give us opportunity to own and operate and compete against everybody else because we do have operators out here that can.
It's amazing, man. That's so fucking cool.
Thanks, man.
I mean, not a lot of people that are willing to just take direct action and make the change themselves they want to see.
I mean, we would.
Cool.
That's fucking cool. It's very inspiring. if like I know this is but we own the company I work with. We own several publications. Please, if you ever need to elevate that narrative, let us know.
We do, bro.
Yeah.
We do.
Yeah.
So I'm letting you know right now. We need
okay.
it. So
Yeah. Fuck. We're here to help. Absolutely. That's fucking awesome. That's we face similar problems with like the indigenous people at home. I mean, it's there's. That's fucking awesome. We won't get sidetracked and stuff like that because that's really, really fucking cool. Was it tough for you to decide, to like, as you're a public figure, to come out and discuss cannabis?
It was in the beginning.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I was kind of nervous or whatever, but I don't know. After a while, the more and more meetings I would go to, I would go like to investor meetings. I was like shadowing a mentor of mine of like, how to sell real estate, how to invest in real estate, the whole thing. And I had already made this investment in this. So it was like that stage right when I got done playing where I wasn't sure what I wanted to do next. I want to keep my image clean, blah, 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 whatever. So when I would go to these meetings or whatever, and I'm sitting there with like billionaire investors and stuff like that, and they go around the room and at some point, everybody start telling what they do or what industry they're in, whatever. And I promise you, bro, like every time they got to me and I said I was in the cannabis industry, all conversation about everything else stopped. They were just so intrigued. Like, what's this? What's this like? What do you do with the money? The banking? How do you grow it? And so after I realized, I'm like, damn, people aren't like, nobody, I never got a negative response once, ever.
Wow.
Period.
Interesting.
Never once. You know what I'm saying? Even I talked to my preacher about it. And he was like, yeah, I heard it's a cash cow. This, that. You know what I'm saying? Like, it wasn't like, what are you doing? You know what I'm saying? So that's when I realized, so like maybe after my first year out the league, I was very open with that I was an investor in cannabis and, owner and operator. Yep.
That's
and
crazy.
Nothing changed in my life, bro. Like, investors still want my money. That hasn't changed. It's like, oh no, we're not taking his money. His drug money. Like, no, they want my money still. So I still get those same phone calls. Yep. The NBA, like literally, I promise you, if I wanted to coach tomorrow, I can get a coaching job.
Yeah, right.
You know what I'm saying?
They're supportive. So like, how does the relationship exist
they're
now?
supportive, man. And I'm doing, I'm investing in an outside business.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like at the end of the day, like this is a business.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like, and I think a lot of people are starting to respect it, especially the fact that, when we jumped out there when there was a lot of uncertainty. Like now it's becoming a no-brainer. You know what I'm saying? Now that's why you see everybody and their mothers starting to jump in.
Yeah.
But when we did this thing, it was there definitely was penitentiary stuff, things that could happen during that time when we did it. You know what I'm saying? So, we get a lot of respect for that. You know what I'm saying? And it's cool.
Yeah. Yeah. And like what do you guys do? So with the brand itself, like what do you do that's like sort of like what's the marketing strategy? What's the like I know you guys have a social change in mind and stuff like that, but how do you guys handle that kind of like attention and things like that?
Yeah, so so as a company, we're starting to do some rebranding and some kind of rebooting a little bit of what we're doing. But the biggest thing is that what we was always trying to promote was like making Viola part of your everyday lifestyle. You know what I mean? So the same way you get up and you brush your teeth with Crest. When you go to reach for a smoke, we want it to be Viola. Or when you go to reach to take a dab, it's Viola. You know what I'm saying? And what we did is we created this lifestyle around it. So it's like we're a cannabis, we're a lifestyle brand that just so happens to sell cannabis.
Yeah, awesome.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So we have, we sponsor a lot of cool parties. And we have limited edition merch that comes out from time to time.
Cool.
So we just make people we make them buy into who we are as owners and invested. Like everybody that's in Viola kind of has a say so. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like we're very creative together.
Oh, cool. How big's the team?
Right now, our executive team is 7, excuse me now.
Yeah.
But overall, we have 80 employees. And in California is where we have the most employees because we have like PAD teams and different things like that that do the stores and stuff like that. Yeah. And what we've done is they're all young kids.
Nice.
You know what I'm saying? So they keep us young. They keep us in the know and kind of that even kill. We don't go too old.
Yeah.
We don't go too young either.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? But we do really dope stuff. You know what I'm saying? We snowboard.
Yeah. Are you allowed to integrate all that kind of lifestyle stuff within your marketing in the States?
Yes, we do.
Oh yeah, we're not allowed to do that in Canada. It's fucking it's a nightmare.
Yeah, it sucks in Canada. That's why they buying all these US based companies.
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
They just look and see what's going on here and
and then they just have to.
I see that online.
It's a huge thing right now. Bringing legal American brands to
There's
Canada.
Stuff so much we can't do on this show because if we wanted to, the show.
Well,
Canada,
we
they won't.
Well,
you can curse.
Oh yeah, we can say fuck and all. It's really how you approach the language of selling anything sort of cannabis, anything involved with cannabis at all, whether it's paraphernalia or product itself and things like that.
Right.
Our Prop 64 or 65, 64, Prop 65,
64,
whatever. It's called the Cannabis Act in Canada. Yeah, it's pretty wild with what you can say and you can't do. Like influencers, if they use the wrong terminology, could go to prison for 14 years maximum penalty. It's ridiculous. That will never happen. But that's what's in the legislation.
Oh yeah, I ain't saying nothing. So y'all had me talking Viola and all
No,
that shit?
no, it's not like that. This is informational. That like it pertains to like we could get fined if we were sitting there like with. Like selling the product from the thing, being like, buy this now, buy this now, buy this now.
Number, buy.
Yeah, that would be illegal. Mm-hmm. But we're allowed, we're allowed to talk about businesses and things like that. And then you would also, there's also like a little bit of a loophole if it's proprietorship.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean? If somebody owns something, then they're allowed to talk about it all they want.
Got it.
But they have very strict.
That's right. I do know that rule.
So like Leafs by Snoop in Canada had to change to LBS. Mm-hmm. So all their marketing's LBS.
Got it.
You know what I mean? So it's that's just some of the advocacy work. That's why I was in medical cannabis education before this, and then I was in the illegal dispensary system before that, and then before that music, and that's how we know each other. But that's why I wanted to get into media, because I was like, I don't have $40 million like for fucking or a company like Canopy Growth or some shit. So right. I need 80 million years. Do you know what I mean? To fucking make sure that things go right. Right. Or that's how we had to try to approach it, right? Yeah. So. That's where we are, but yeah, it's tough. That's really cool that you get to do all those kind of things, and then you can also do the advocacy with it as well.
Yep. Yeah. No, it's definitely. I'm happy that we have that freedom. Yeah. And everything's open up. You see like billboards now, Sunset and stuff like that. So yeah, it's moving in the U.S. Yeah. Man. We obviously we behind with the Canadians but we're gonna be all right.
I'm pretty sure it's gonna fucking blow the Canadian market out of the water when you see it down here the way it's going. Like and especially like the problem with Canadian cannabis right now, and I want to keep talking about you. We'll just get this out of the way quickly. Is that there's so much regulation that the consumer can't get a great product.
Right.
So so you guys here can deliver a great product to your consumer, because it's months and months and months before, like after it's been harvested, it gets onto the shelves of any sort of retail legally.
Right.
All dry. It's all dry and shit. Yeah,
it's ridiculous.
Yeah,
they overdid it.
Yeah, they really overdid it, because then you lose the flavonoids, you lose the terpenes. It's fucking wild. So that's really cool that you get to do this. Are you doing more advocacy work within other states and things like that?
Yeah, so we're operating in California, Oregon, Colorado, and Michigan.
Really?
In 2 weeks. Yep.
Oh, that's exciting.
It's really exciting. You know what I'm saying? And we in new states we're working on is Illinois, New York, New Jersey, Massachusetts, and Maryland.
Wow. So are you going there personally and speaking to people and things like that?
We just came from Albany, New York yesterday.
Wow.
Yeah, meeting with legislators, and everybody across.
So you retired from the NBA and you thought you were going to get to relax and not
I'm a politician, but it's cool though, because I'm gonna be the president.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
That's fucking awesome.
Wow.
Yeah.
Second black president.
Yeah. Do you have goals, like political aspirations for that kind of stuff one day?
Yeah, my staff around me, they told me I was gonna be the president.
Well, you're charming as fuck, man. I'd vote for you.
Thanks, bro. Thanks. They might see something in me.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
President Harrington.
That'd
be hard,
right? Real, dude.
Does Al got your vote?
Yeah.
I can't vote
Harrington.
here.
It sounds so official.
Yeah.
I know real. All the buried bodies is buried.
Yeah.
Wow.
Where are we at here? Okay, so we've taken up a lot of your time already. What's up next for Viola? Like, you guys are expanding the brand profiles, everything like that.
Yeah. Like I said, we're expanding in new states. Like I said, aggressively. With some of the big ones being the Illinois and New Yorks and Jerseys and Mass. That East Coast, man. And I'm from there and stuff. And we just know how big that market's going to be in general.
Yeah.
But other than that, really, really, really taking a deep dive in this social equity thing.
Amazing.
Like, that's really like becoming a passion of our company. You know what I'm saying? Like, we have to, being that we are we probably the biggest black-owned company in the States right now. We got to use that influence to help and give opportunities to others that look like us. You know what I'm saying?
Amazing,
so we really going to dive into that. New products-wise, we're working on our new edible line for the first time.
Yeah, nice.
So we're excited about getting that off the ground. And, that's pretty much it for right now, man. And Got some clothes coming out.
Yeah?
Oh, yeah?
Some apparel or whatever. Some really nice apparel.
Yeah.
Where can we find out about that?
At violabrands.com.
Okay, cool.
At our website. Yeah, we'll have some stuff on there coming soon and stuff like that. But yeah, we just trying to just expand and just, you want to be cool, man.
Yeah.
We just, like I said, we want to just make it part of your lifestyle. Just every day, just get up. I put on my Viola hat, my Viola t-shirt,
cool.
my Viola joint.
You're making things you like.
Yeah, making things that everybody like and we use.
Yeah.
Then hopefully I do a collab with Nike and then come out with the Viola Nikes.
Yeah.
And
you guys creating like a positive work culture in your office and things like that? Like,
our office is dope. We should come by.
I would love to come by. It's real close.
It's literally 5 minutes down the road.
Yeah.
No way.
It's 7,000 square feet.
Whoa. Really?
We got like we got 4,000 square feet in the front. Just like just like a lounge kind of area.
Really?
To sit around,
awesome.
eat, think tank.
Yeah.
Conference room. We got a music studio we're putting in.
Oh, we'd love to come and shoot some
Nice,
B-roll.
dude.
For the episode.
Yeah, for sure. Y'all definitely got to come. It's right down the street.
Oh,
Amazing.
yeah, Monday. Let's try to get up there.
Yeah.
If Monday works.
It's easy.
Yeah.
We're there. We're always there.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Dude.
Thank you.
Al, thanks so much for coming on our show. This has been such a great hang, man. This is like
favorite episodes.
And please consider us like an ally in everything that you're doing. We'll happily promote it, and like that's a narrative that we believe in as well. So I mean, we're here for you, and like that's
Thanks,
awesome. Continued success, and thanks for taking time to your day, and thank you guys all for coming and hanging out with us. I'm gonna let this truck pass before I sign off.
Yeah, let this guy go by.
These guys drive like fucking crazy on this road.
This neighborhood ever. Like we had no idea.
Yeah,
It's
crazy. Why do people live on these hills like this?
I don't know.
It's so fucking.
It's insane, right?
It's crazy.
It's totally insane.
And people just burn up them.
I gotta spend my money better than this.
Yeah, exactly.
What was just cover this shit.
Agreed.
I think you're doing all right with the way you're spending your money, man.
Yeah.
Al Harrington, thank you so much for telling us how you got into the weeds.
Thanks, bro. Appreciate it.
Thank you so
Appreciate it,
much,
guys.
man.
Yes, sir.
This
What a great
episode
time.
was
Awesome.
presented by Pot Guide and WikiLeaf. Please follow ITW on Twitter and Instagram at Get Into the Weeds. You can follow Ben Rispin at Ben Rispin. You can follow Ephraim Martinez Schulz at F by Stereo. And me, Bubba Nicholson at Bubba Nicholson. ITW's theme music was written by Jacob Bergsma of My Son the Hurricane. Visit them at www.msthofficial.com. Special thanks to our friends at Puff Digital, Program Skate and Sound, and the Slide Bar in Fullerton, Orange County. Sound engineering provided by Roman Marconi at Halo Studios Hamilton. ITW was created by Ben Rispin and is produced by Master Volume.